10 gadgets, one video, and I promise you, at least 3 of these are going to make you pull out your phone and start Googling prices before we're even halfway through. We're talking robots that run your entire yard, AI that designs and prints in full color, and tech that honestly shouldn't exist at this price point yet, but it does. This is the kind of stuff that makes you look at your current setup and wonder why you've been settling. If you're into tech that actually does something practical, powerful, and genuinely worth your money, you're exactly where you need to be. Let's get into it.
What if your lawnmower, edge trimmer, leaf blower, and snowplow had a baby, and that baby was a robot? Meet the Yarbo M. 1 core unit, 4 different jobs, 0 excuses. And honestly, it's kinda impressive. This machine can mow 1.5 acres a day, slices through wet, wild, overgrown grass, and squeezes into tight corners like it studied your yard on Google Maps. LiDAR, cameras, bumper sensors. It doesn't guess, it knows. And yeah, edges matter too. Slap on the trimmer module and it hugs walls, handles corners, and auto-reloads its line. Clean edges, 0 effort. Fall rolls around, leaf collection module kicks in. Gathers, empties, repeats while you're inside drinking coffee. Winter hits, the plow blade snaps on and your driveway, sidewalk, and pathways are cleared before you even find your coat. Again, 0 effort. And when you're away, it moonlights as a moving security camera patrolling your yard. Peace of mind on 4 quiet wheels. Starting at around $2,000, you're basically replacing 4 different yard tools with 1 robot that works every season. For what it does, it's actually not a bad deal.
So you've been buying filament spools every few weeks, tossing failed prints in the bin, and just accepting that as part of the 3D printing life. What if you didn't have to? The Creality M1 and R1 is the first desktop system that lets you shred your waste plastic and turn it straight into fresh, usable filament. Failed prints go in, new filament comes out. That's actually kind of genius. The hybrid dry crush shredder breaks material down, feeds it through smart controls you manage right from the machine, and the auto-winding system spools it up automatically. No babysitting required. And the output isn't hobby grade either. We're talking up to 1 kilogram of filament per hour, with smart diameter sensing keeping quality consistent and tight the whole time. It plays nicely with standard printers too, so no compatibility headaches. Quiet operation, clean workflow, and you're basically closing the loop on your entire 3D printing setup. At $1,199 for the combo, you're not just buying a machine, you're cutting filament costs for good and turning your waste into something actually worth printing with.
You know what's wild? Full-color 3D printing used to be something only factories and research labs could afford. The iKnew 3D QC2A just put that technology on your desk. This machine prints in over 500,000 colors. Not 50, not 500, 500,000. Your color options are basically unlimited. And here's where it gets really interesting. Just drop in an image and the AI generates your 3D model automatically. No design experience needed, no complicated software, just an idea and a picture. The detail is sharp, the colors layer precisely, and the structure is solid. And cleanup? Rinse it with water. That's it. No messy post-processing, no extra steps. It runs quietly too, so it won't take over your home or studio. Whether you're prototyping products, creating custom pieces, or just bringing ideas to life, this handles it without breaking a sweat. Batch production? Streamlined. Materials? Flexible. Results? Ready to use straight out of the machine. At around $7,100, this isn't an impulse buy. But if color 3D printing is part of your workflow, it might just be the last printer you ever need.
Gym membership, commute, waiting for machines, someone sweating on the bench you need? What if you just skipped all of that? The Speediance Smart Home Gym is a full gym packed into one machine, and it's genuinely impressive what this thing can do in a small footprint. It uses electric resistance motors instead of plates, so adjusting weight is instant and smooth. No shuffling iron, no clips, no drama. The cable system hits every angle you need, high, mid, low, covering over 200 exercises from one unit. The built-in screen tracks your grabs, resistance, power output, and a stack of other metrics that actually help you train smarter. It connects to your wearables, logs everything, and even has an AI coach guiding your form and programming. Safety-wise, if it detects something sudden or off balance, resistance drops to 0 in under a second. Training alone just got a lot less sketchy. And there's a partner mode that splits the machine into 2 independent sides simultaneously. 2 people, 1 machine, no arguments. At around $3,894, it's a serious investment, but so is paying for a gym you barely use.
You've got an old film camera sitting in a drawer somewhere collecting dust. What if you could turn it into a fully functional digital camera without touching the outside of it at all? That's exactly what the I'm Back Roll APS-C does. It slides inside your analog camera like a roll of film and gives it a digital heart. No modifications, no permanent changes, no destroying a classic. The sensor is a proper APS-C, 23.6 by 15.7 millimeters, so you're getting real light capture, real detail, and real image quality. It shoots RAW and JPEG, records 4K video, stores everything on internal solid memory, and sends files straight to your phone via Wi-Fi, all without adding a screen to the camera. The whole thing is built from aluminum for durability and heat management, so it's not just clever, it's built to last. No menus plastered over your viewfinder, no distractions, just the shot, the shutter, and the moment. Exactly how shooting on film felt, but with the digital sensor doing the heavy lifting. Starting at around $511, it's the most interesting thing you can do with a camera you already own.
Raise your hand if you got a drawer somewhere in your house full of batteries you're not sure are dead or alive. Yeah, the Ostation 2 Pro was basically built for you. This is a 3-in-1 smart battery charger that holds up to 12 AA and 12 AAA batteries simultaneously, and it actually knows what it's dealing with. Drop a battery in, and it automatically detects the type, checks the status, and adjusts the current accordingly. No settings to fiddle with, no guessing. Accidentally put a battery in backwards? Doesn't matter. Polarity-free charging means it figures it out and charges it anyway. That feature alone would save most people a headache or two. It also has built-in magnetic charging ports specifically for Olight flashlights, so everything charges from one dock. Cleaner setup, fewer cables, less chaos on your desk. And the app gives you real-time monitoring and control over every slot, so you always know exactly what's charged and what isn't. At around $140, it's a small price to stop buying disposable batteries every month and finally bring some order to the battery situation in your home.
What if someone took a classic 80s boombox, gave it an engineering degree, and told it to catch up with 2025? That's essentially what the BB777 is. This legend plays cassettes, CDs, AM, FM, shortwave radio, USB audio, and Bluetooth all from one unit. And not just plays them, it lets you record from any of those sources directly to USB. Got a box of old cassettes collecting dust? Problem solved. Audio is handled by a 270-watt peak, 6-driver setup, dual superwoofers, coaxial drivers, and horn tweeters. It's loud, it's full, and it hits properly. The 97.6 watt-hour battery is TSA approved and runs up to 15 hours. It's rechargeable, swappable, and works on any voltage worldwide. The 4.5-inch LCD keeps navigation clean and easy. Fair warning though, at 28 pounds and nearly 30 inches wide, this isn't slipping into a backpack. But honestly, that's kind of the point. At $649, you're not buying a speaker, you're buying a statement.
What if you could engrave literally anything, anywhere, without needing a dedicated workshop, a complicated setup, or an engineering degree to operate it? The xTool F2 runs dual lasers in one portable machine, a diode and a fiber laser working together.
which means it handles wood, leather, acrylic, and metals without swapping equipment or compromising on quality. That's a big deal. The built-in camera makes alignment and design placement precise and fast. Drop your design, position it on screen, and the machine handles the rest. No guesswork, no wasted material. It's genuinely portable too. Not portable if you have a truck portable. Take it to markets, pop-ups, client sites, or just move it around your workspace without a second thought. Engrave deeper, faster, and on more materials than single laser machines can touch. Metals actually look sharp coming off this thing, not like an afterthought. At $1,419, if you're running a custom business or building one, this pays for itself faster than you'd expect.
What if your fan actually followed you around the room instead of just blasting air at your empty chair? That's not a concept anymore. That's the Dreo Polyfan 707S. This fan uses millimeter wave radar to track where you are and automatically rotates to keep airflow pointed at you as you move. It even adjusts speed based on how far away you are. A fan that pays attention. Finally, the 3D oscillation covers 150 degrees horizontal and 120 degrees vertical, and it can refresh a 156 square foot room in under a minute. It pushes air up to 110 feet away at 1404 CFM. That's not a fan, that's a wind event. Running it at night, it drops to 25 decibels, genuinely whisper quiet. Set the timer, pick from 6 airflow modes, and it handles the rest while you sleep. App control, adjustable height, and a design that doesn't look like it belongs in a warehouse. At around $160, this is the fan you didn't know you were missing, but you'll notice immediately when it finds you across the room.
What if any wall in your home could become a cinema screen without the hassle or the hefty price tag? The XGODY N6 Pro sets itself up. Autofocus in 3 seconds, automatic keystone correction, and obstacle avoidance that adjusts the image in real time. Point it at a wall, and it's ready to go. Native 1080p, 700 ANSI lumens, and HDR10 keep the picture sharp and vibrant. The certified Smart OS gives you full Netflix, YouTube, and Prime Video support with 0 workarounds. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.4, Google Assistant built in, and 32 gigabytes of onboard storage rounded out nicely. Just over $100 for a smart 1080p projector that practically sets itself up? Genuinely hard to beat.
If any of these made your eyes light up, links are down in the description for every single one. Drop a comment letting me know which product was your favorite. I read every one. And if you're new here and this is the kind of content you're into, subscribe. We do this every week.